best friends you and I will be. Whether in fair or in dark stormy weather, we'll stand or we'll fall together for SAE. We will always be.
This was a time in your life where the transition was going from someone who didn't have a lot of knowledge to grow up, so to speak. And then college became, for me, a time to grow up. You were independent and dependent, and you came in as a young man, you left as a man, so to speak.
And to Minerva, who will lead us on, and to Phi Alpha with its guiding light, and to the lion who will fight, 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 and in the years to...
You really make lifelong friendships that carry you through. It's opportunity to grow your social skills.
The way I've seen our chapter, I think, since I've been here my freshman year, we've always been very open to meeting new people, whether it's guys in a different fraternity. We have pretty good communications and relationships with them. And I think we're not really those kind of that cliquey guys that only hang out with ourselves. I think branching out and meeting other people is kind of a commonality I've seen. Whether I talk to alumni who've been here 20, 30 years ago, they all kind of say the same thing.
Her name is we go marching on.
I was 17 years old when I graduated from high school. So for me, this was all like a new thing. I didn't know what a fraternity was, to be honest with you. The house was relatively new, and it was probably 10 years old. A lot of windows open, it was cold, and you always slept with a blanket over your head so you didn't get cold.
Minerva true, the lion true, the loyal sons of that.
When we saw the finished product, it was an eye-opener. We had a nice house, and we lived on 131 Bogue Street. Here, Wi-Fi is here, heating, air conditioning, study halls, study rooms, lounges, washer, dryer on the floors.
Yeah, I think the renovation's the big thing, is the study lounges. They give us an opportunity to kind of have an area to hang out.
In comparison to the other fraternities, it's just it's a showstopper. We have everybody and their brother during game days walk by the front porch and turn around and take pictures of the house.
Most of the people I spoke with basically said they wanted to give back. Giving back meant that we were very fortunate to have the opportunity to be at any university, but this particular one, and in an SA fraternity. And having lived that, I can tell you that friends I have now are from 50 years ago, 55 years ago.
Being in an area like this, which can aid both your academic, your social, and just all your friendships, basically, is what I look at the fraternity house as a whole, and how I think it's aided my college career.
We'll find to all essays have a meaning for those.
It is a big transition to go from living at home to college life.
Having a house like this where everyone wants to be all the time, I think that's kind of where we've seen a big difference over the past year.
This is a Bill Fiskus Lodge. Bill commandeered a lot of people to help him.
The house renovation, I think, has really aided my college career, and I think it's going to help this chapter stay along for a long time. So I'm excited for that. I'm excited to come back for games and see the guys and see how they continue to make this place better.
By making a contribution now to these gentlemen, and it's still an impressionable time in their lives, it goes a long way to carry them forward.
Many have not had the opportunity to come back to see it, because it's very different than the house that we all lived in at 131 Bogue Street. So it's just, thank God we have memories, because every time we get with people we were in school with, you don't have to explain anything. You just mention something, everybody's laughing. It's just it's a fun time. It's still a good time in my life. So the fraternity has never really left. And we made this video for all the brothers who haven't had the opportunity to visit the house. I would recommend anybody who hasn't to put it on their bucket list. Come in and say hello to Sarah, the house mother, and have the young brothers take you around. You'll be impressed. I want to bring you up to speed on what's transpired. The National Fraternity originally started out at $1.3 million. They, to date, have agreed to $2 million donation. The alumni agreed to $1 million, of which we've raised about $817,000. So we need your help to complete this endeavor. We impress on the brothers who already have donated to see if they can donate more. And to any new donors, I believe you can see the value for these young men. At one time we were there in their position. Hey, we need your help. Phi Alpha, and be true.
May the buds ever fragrant be, for SAE